All right, it is June the 10th, 1990. Today was the Sabbath. Really? June the 9th, June the 10th. Right. Yeah, I guess I arrived. I left the MTC on Wednesday. Thursday was a travel day. Friday we got settled. Friday night we got there. Saturday was my first full day, and now Sunday. Okay, that makes sense. So today was the Sabbath, and it was not as busy as yesterday. We got up and studied for a while, but Elder Ward had a testimonial interview at a baptismal interview at 8:45. I just sat and studied for a bit and met some of the missionaries in our zone, in our district, plus a few of the members. I even met the bishop of our ward. Nice guy. The meetings today were long, and I didn't understand hardly one word that was spoken. But Elder Ward translated some of it for me. The meetings were good. There was maybe 100 at sacrament meeting, one third children, half of them girls, one third men. At our priesthood meeting, there was only 5 Melchizedek priesthood holders. They tell me that this is one of the most stabilized wards as far as church programs are concerned. This is the Huagok ward, Huagok, and we were in the Kang So, which is, Kang means river and So means west. So we were in the Kang So stake, which is on the west side of Seoul, quite near the old airport, which is now their domestic airport in Gimpo. I feel I have some serious work ahead of me, considering there should be 400 coming out. Where are all the men? Are they working? We got a bit of proselyting in, just streetboarding, but no success to speak of. That includes giving out Book of Mormons and speaking Korean. I've come to realize an interesting paradox. I can't do any effective missionary work until I learn the language, and I can't learn the language, though, unless I talk to people, yet I never understand them, and therefore can't be an effective missionary. Oh well, right now I'm learning to exert a tremendous amount of faith that through diligent work the Lord will bless me and this language will come. Face it, thousands have come before me and they've learnt the language well, so why wouldn't I be able to? It will just take some time and some serious effort and work. Yeah, and that's one thing 30 some years later I've learned, that honestly some things just literally take time. You can wish all you want, but they just literally take time. And that's something my children are learning now themselves. Tonight it was back to the church, so Elder Ward could pass off an elder on the last 2 discussions. He's only been out for 3 weeks. But don't get me wrong, this is a native Korean elder with a photographic memory of some kind. He's doing well. So I sat and studied for a bit some of the Book of Mormon with his Korean companion. Then he started teaching me some Korean, which was very nice of him. I felt like a retard. Ooh, shouldn't say that word anymore. I didn't feel good. Let's just say that. I have to edit that. I didn't feel very good because I forgot some of the very first words I ever learned, like to testify, kanjung. It was cool though because he was patient and taught me some interesting things. His English was bad, but I appreciated him teaching me and forcing me to learn. We came home early tonight, around 8:30, and kicked back. I haven't eaten much today. Cereal this morning, then a sandwich for lunch, and cereal and toast for supper. Isn't missionary life great? Tomorrow's P-Day, my first real P-Day. It will be a day of relaxing, but we have to go to the office because our travel group needs to go into Seoul proper to get our residence certificates made. Foreign people living in Korea have to register and get a certificate, so the government knows we're not just traveling, we're not visiting here, we're actually living in Korea, and we have a visa to stay for 2 years. So because of the visa, they have to know where we are. Ethan had the same thing when he was in Italy on his mission. I'm anxious to see some of Chochuan. That's our MTC name. Chochuan again. Plus tomorrow I plan to just relax, write a few letters. It's funny I just say relax because going to the office and then going to Seoul, that'll take a good chunk of the day. Not a lot of relaxing. I definitely need to write a long letter to Carmen and describe this wonderful world to her. Something I've come to realize is that no one could have described to me ever, after all the hours of stories our MTC's told, no one could have described it like this. I still am suffering major culture shock. It's weird. I'm adjusting quickly though. I forgot to mention that in sacrament meeting, I had to insa. I spelled that wrong. Insa means to introduce yourself. I had to introduce myself into the ward. That is a short introduction about myself and my family. Mine was pathetic to say the least, but Elder Ward's was great. Oh well, it will come in time. And time I have.